Now, we know the central bank, the mainstream media, they have been pushing their agenda since this event started. And we know their plan is to wreak havoc on the economy. Why? Why do they want the economy to fail? They wanted the economy to fail since Trump got elected. They want to show that he can't handle a situation like this, and the economy fell apart under his watch, and he wasn't able to repair it. They're actually trying to weaken him as much as they possibly can. And the mainstream media, they are putting out articles, and they're talking about stock market crash. They're talking about recession. We have New York Times out there putting out this stimulus bill will not save the economy from collapse. And they go into a whole explanation of why it's not going to work. We need to remember something very important. Trump and the Patriots, they have timed all of this perfectly. Trump has already announced that after 15 days, we're going to see where we stand. The reason why he did that is because that is the signal to let everyone know everything is about to turn around. That everything that we've been watching, everything that we've been seeing is about to change. But again, we know the mainstream media, the central bank, those who have a lot to lose, they don't want this to happen. And they're going to push this until the very end. They've done this before, and they have failed. They will fail this time. Now, very interestingly, Robert Barnes from Barnes Law tweeted something out, and he said, if Trump saves us from the depression everyone else was leading us into by reversing the country's course on this, I'm going to build a statue to him in front of my yard, paid for by my successful bets he has won for me. Trump responded to this and says, Robert, we will end up stronger than ever before. Thank you. Now, what we are watching right now is the economic storm. This transition, this repositioning, this reset that is happening now, we knew that this was coming. Trump and the Patriots, they're using this event to their benefit. They timed it perfectly. They knew this was going to be a strain on the economy. Why do you think Trump and the Patriots built the economy up so strong, brought the market up all the way up to almost 30,000 points? It was done on purpose. Can you imagine if the market was at 19,000 points and it came down to 12,000, 11,000, 9,000 points? People would be freaking out, more so than they are now. But they know that Trump brought it up before, and he can bring it up again. Trump has been letting us know that once this is all said and done, we're going to see something completely different. Now, we need to understand that Trump, he is positioning the central bank to take the fall for all this. What did Trump want from the beginning? What did he need to compete with the rest of the world? Remember, the rest of the world, they're in negative territory. The United States was raising rates while the rest of the world was in negative territory. Remember, everything is based off the U.S. They couldn't raise their rates unless the Fed started to raise their rates. Then the rest of the central banks were going to follow suit. If the Fed lowers its rates, what do the other central banks have to do? They have to lower their rates or their economy implodes. Trump knows this. He is setting the entire world up. Now, does he want zero rates? No, I do believe he wants negative rates. What else does he want? He wants the Federal Reserve to push stimulus like we've never seen before. And they're doing exactly that. The Federal Reserve, they announced that they're going to introduce a new program to help with market functioning. Among the moves is an open-ended commitment to keep buying assets under its quantitative easing measures. And there are other programs that they're going to do, including one for Main Street business lending and others aimed at keeping credit flowing. Trump has opened the spigot. The Federal Reserve is doing exactly what he wants. Why does he want them to do this? The Fed right now is absorbing everything. Think about it. They're purchasing all the assets. What did they do in 2008, 2009? Didn't they take all the toxic real estate, the toxic investments? Didn't they buy it all up? Where did they put it? They put it on their books. This is why they had like $4 trillion worth of toxic assets. What are they doing now? They're doing the same thing, but this time the floodgates are open. So they're absorbing all of it. They will be responsible for all of it. All heads will be looking at the Fed. The Fed, they're actually absorbing the bubble, and they're putting all of this on their own books, just like they did in 2008, 2009. They took all that crap and they put it on their books. Why? To save the economy. They're doing the same thing again, but this time it's different. Trump is pushing the central bank to do this. Before, the central bank needed to do this, and they went ahead and decided to do this because they had a different agenda. They knew it. This time, they're not in control. Trump and the Patriots are. So if the Fed is doing this, what is the rest of the world going to do? They're going to have to follow suit. They're going to have to lower rates. They're going to have to push stimulus. They're going to have to do this. What is Trump and the Patriots doing? They're driving the central bank system over the cliff. And there's nothing the central banks can do about this. Remember, this event is allowing Trump to do so many different things. It opens up everything to him, and he's using it to his advantage. And he has timed this perfectly. Now, do I think he's going to be going after the central bank this year? No, I think he's going to wait until after he boosts the economy back up. And I do believe that will be coming probably the end of mid-April, end of April into May, and then moving forward. We're going to see the economy improve. We're going to see the market move up. We already know he needs this to happen. Everything that he's setting up right now, with the rates being reduced, stimulus going online, I know the market's going down, but it's not for right now. All of this really wasn't priced into the market. And you see the central bankers, the bad guys, fighting against this, the mainstream media pushing against this. But Trump, he has them exactly where he wants them. They're talking recession. They're talking about how he won't be able to pull this economy out of this recession, depression arena that we're in right now. What happens when he does? I mean, if you go back to when he became president and they talked about how he can't save the economy, how he can't make the GDP numbers look better, how he can't make the market go up, what did he do? He did exactly what they said he couldn't do. He's going to do the same thing. This allows him to separate himself from Obama completely. Obama can't even say, well, this is my economy. The mainstream media can't even say that this is my economy. He has completely separated himself, and he has shown the world, the people of the United States, I have your best interest at heart. I have now taken us from this dark situation and brought the economy back from the abyss. And the people are going to look at this and say he knows exactly what he is doing. And then he's going to turn around and say, if the Fed didn't do what I said to do, this whole system would have collapsed. Which means the Patriots are in complete and utter control of this system. He has now set up the central bank. They're completely exposed, and he's going to use this to his advantage when he is absolutely ready. And I do believe that time is going to come right after the elections. I don't mean the day after. I mean, as we move through 2020, going into 2021, he's going to start pushing his narrative. And he's going to be pointing the finger at the central bank. And we're going to watch him in real time as he hits at the central bank over and over and over. Because he is setting them up. He has to expose them. He has to show the world who and what the central bank establishment really is, where their loyalty lies. Are they a benefit to the people? Are they a part of the government? And we know the answer to those questions. It's no. But a lot of the people in the U.S. and around the world, they don't know the answer to that question, to those questions. And he's going to